another big fear, not knowing what to offer, or like belittling one's own experience, which we talk about, or like not finding the right niche for you and stuff like that. And there again, we talked about this, but I want to just say from my own expertise is like, I didn't feel like an expert 6 months ago. I didn't have a niche 6 months ago. And no one starts their journey by knowing everything already. Again, we go back to wanting to know too much from the start. We cannot, it's like, I feel that because I went through that as well, like wanting to buy a course, but like, I don't know what's in it. So how can I know it's the right choice? It's like, you can't. Like, you have to actually buy it and watch it and then see if it's the right choice. Niche, same thing. You can't know it right away. It's going to take time. It's going to take time to explore yourself and looking at your actual skills. So we go back to like insecurity and imposter syndrome. So you need to deal with that first. You need to know who you are, where you're at from 0 to 10. So actually knowing what you already know thanks to your own work and life experience, like we said previously, and then have the mindset to be patient and be kind to yourself.
Yes.
And just realize that finding a niche, finding your place in the world, finding your right business, perfect business. I don't feel like I have a perfect business yet. Like, I'm still working on it. And
sure,
I don't think if I ever will feel like it's perfect, but it doesn't really matter. The thing that it matters is that it's not one, I always say in my masterclass, it's not one big jump, it's 1,000 little steps.
Yes.
I am sure someone else said it before me, I don't know, but it's like, honestly, it's just about being patient enough to taking one step at a time. With the niche as well, everyone is like, I can't find my niche. Well, first of all, focus on what you know, where you are at in your journey, and then start thinking how you can help others. Don't go already in, okay, I'm going to help people do this. Okay, wait first. Do you like doing that? Is it your passion? Would you talk about it 24 hours a day? Is it your expertise? Do you have experience in that? Or maybe you're not there yet, but you can still do something a little bit previous to that and start teaching that while you grow to teach that. I'm still growing to teach. Like, my dream would be teaching someone how to go to one-on-one to a digital course and having a life freedom, but also time freedom and independence in all aspects of your life. But that's years from now, because I don't have that yet. Or if I did get it, I don't know if I'll be able to maintain it yet. I can't teach something I don't know.
Well, and you don't even know what you don't know yet.
Exactly.
So this is the thing, you don't even know how big your vision will be in 2 to 3 years. I would even suggest that this vision that you have now is the bare first step, actually. You're going to have an even bigger vision, and in 2 to 3 years, you're going to see a new thing and a new technology. I mean, there will be things possible that we don't even know yet about. And you will see this and you will have new ideas and you will build your path this way. But you can't come from that. You can't wait to finally get this big final vision. And then just until you know it, you will wait and see, like.
So my advice is start small. Like, we always think that we have to start big. No, start small. It's the best thing you can do. And that's the same with the niche. Yeah. We oftentimes think, oh, I want to help everyone. But really, that's counterproductive. Yes. If you only focus on the people that you really can help at best, that's what's going to make you feel successful, for you overcome imposter syndrome and not freak out because every time you have to deal with things that you don't really know well. Just focus on the things you know how to teach perfectly, even if it's a little thing. Start from that. Start helping those people that still don't have those skills, and keep growing in the meantime. But don't try to be the perfect niche, because that's
yeah.
it's not going to happen overnight. Nothing ever happens overnight that it's worth. I feel like.
And even if it seems as if it happened overnight, it didn't probably.
Yes, like when I used to say to you, oh, I'm having so many clients, I can't believe this, like this is going so fast, and you were like, wait, but it took you 4 years to actually get here, so it's not really that fast, right?
Yeah, like you wouldn't also like just because a flower is blooming now, you wouldn't say, oh wow, it happened overnight. No, she had to be planted, she had to grow seeds, she had to, like, you know, this is a long process that people don't even see, and you often don't appreciate because you're so focused on the flower that you forget about everything else, but it takes everything else for the flower to bloom. Yes.
It's so nice.
I would add something else as well, because sometimes people are, when I was thinking, when I read this answer or this question, the fear of not knowing what to offer and to whom, I was reminded of how we talked about a lot about what it means to be an expert. How we are lost in our little bubble of knowledge and insight, and we think we know, oh well, this is, everyone knows that, oh well, obviously. And then only by working with people and by teaching, this is what you said before, you realized, oh wow, this is not something that everyone knows, and this is something that I picked up along the way and then constructed and mastered as well, which is something that other people were not doing because they were invested in something else. But we don't know that. And this happens for every one of us. I mean, for me as well, I notice myself talking about ego states and something, and then I just see people looking with huge question marks, and I'm like, oh, okay, take a step back. Yeah, but this is normal, this is okay. But the thing is, if you are asking, what do I have to offer? What do I want to teach people or to give people? We are often coming from a place of we have to know what we want to do. Right. But sometimes the best thing is, and this is what we also talked about a lot in our sessions, just ask. Get clear. If you are really having problems, like getting down to the nitty-gritty of what you want to do and what you are good at, this is probably because you're so good at something that you don't even see it anymore. Like a fish in water is not going to realize that he's in water.
Yeah.
The best way to get out of this is to ask yourself, okay, who do I want to work with? Who are the people that I enjoy spending time with? Just go with the joy of working with someone, and then ask those people, go to these people and ask, like, hey, this is what I do, this is what I can, would this be helpful to you? What do you have problems with? Where can I help you? And asking gives you so much more information than sometimes overanalyzing something.
Yeah, that's actually in the first part of my course as well. It's like, we're not going to just go and help people. We're going to ask them what they need from us.
Yes.
And if we have clear what we want to help them with, that's not enough, because we're probably on an expertise level, even if we don't think so. And we're talking too technical maybe, or we're going too ahead, like you said.
Yeah.
People are still trying to figure the before, you know? Yeah. And that's how I feel every time I see a person that is an artist and that draws, for example. And they're like, oh yeah, I just this and that, and I colored, and I see this beautiful masterpiece. Yeah. And they're like, yeah, that's easy. And I'm like, no, that's not. I wouldn't know where to start with a pen or a pencil. Yeah. And you did this out of a piece of paper. How?
And this is the sign of true mastery, that it has become so natural to you already that you don't even realize how special it is what you are doing. Like, these are masters who have mastered it, that it becomes, like in German we are saying, like the second skin that you wear. You don't even realize it because you think it's already you.
And I feel like that's most of the time passion. Like, your passion is not always your job, or it's something in the middle. And it has a lot to do with what you're passionate about. So I think that's the first thing you have to find out. What is your biggest thing? What is your passion? What is it that you couldn't stop talking? I always say, what is it you would talk 24 hours a day, every day?
Yeah. And then again, ask people, what do you notice that we talk about a lot? Like you can also notice that people come to you with specific kind of topics or situations, or just to talk with you about this. And this doesn't mean that you already work in this field, but this means that people appreciate a skill that you already have.
Right.
So notice the situations where you are like, oh, wow, this was a really, really good conversation. This was, someone asked me for help again, and I do it because, of course, I'm going to do it. I always help people with X, Y, Z.
Yeah.
But maybe this is my passion because I'm so good at it.
Actually, that makes me want to give a prompt, which is like, do a brain dump of what your passions are and what your experience and skills are. You can actually get it.
Yeah.
From what you know, and then kind of highlight the main words that come up. That's what I do with some of my students when they're really in difficult moments. I just let them talk, and then I write down the words that come up like 3 times. And most of the time, those are the things that when I repeat them back to them, I'm like, I heard you saying this so many times. And they're like, yes, I like that. And it's like, sometimes you're so into it that you can't see what's in front of you. So just write it down and just highlight the big words that come up.
Yeah. And don't be afraid to go through it with someone, because sometimes we are so deep in it that we can't make the connections anymore, but someone else can see a pattern, or someone else can hear us saying the same thing 3 times again, and we don't even notice it because we are just in a flow. In a flow, you can't observe yourself when you are in this state. So maybe it is good to have, if you have a friend who is really good at listening, or have a partner who is supportive and who can actually like do this kind of work, or then get a coach and spend this 1 hour like diving deep into brain dumping everything, making this prompt for beforehand, but then brain dumping everything and then working on getting the connections.
Right. I love it. Yes. And I think that's all that is to do, is just talk about it, write it down. And the more you do it, the more you write it down, the more you talk to someone, the more it's going to be clear to you as well. Like you have to repeat, kind of let it out of your system to actually realize it. You have it in. It's just you can't find it right now.
The answer is always within you, always.
And the niche is the same.
Know how to find it. Yeah, well, the niche is an expression of you.
That's so true. I love this. Okay, yes. I just realized this. It is. Yeah, I always say, and Sani always says this too, most of the time your niche is you. And it's true. Yeah. Like all of the time, I think. Like your niche is you, is the people that are you 3 years ago, 4 years ago, and they're not there yet. And you can help them get there because you went through that.
Yeah.
Right? Especially with coaching, I feel like.
Yes, of course. But also with any other product that you pour your heart and soul into, it's you. The tribe that you're going to create and to foster around you, the people that you are going to attract, they are all people who, hopefully, because if you want to enjoy your business, if you enjoy your business, they are people who are the same, who share the same values again, who share the same ambitions or maybe hopes and dreams. So this is actually the goal, to be something that is part of you.
Right. Yes. Yeah.